GCSEs, A-levels, don't click off. I have cracked the code. Whether you love them or you hate them, we all know at some point we have to sit exams. These can be education related like your GCSEs or your A-levels, or more specific like driving tests, entrance exams, training exams. Hey guys, my name is T and welcome to this 3-part quick set where I am going to introduce to you the theory of exam practice, sharing tips on your study technique, learning styles, and how to stay motivated. Joining me in part 2 and 3 are Coach Radical and Apprentice Nation member Adrienne to get their expert advice on their best practices. I get that exams can be a very stressful time, but the key to overcoming them lies in the preparation, the motivation, and allowing yourself enough time to ace those study techniques. Personally, I'm a night owl. I don't do mornings. You see, everyone is going to have a different way to how they retain information, hence why it's important to explore and understand your learning style. Something that helps is understanding your circadian rhythm. What's that I hear you say? This is your body's internal clock and it helps you to understand when you are most productive. AKA, you could be an early bird or a night owl and your body can be trained to adapt to this. You gotta know how you study before you even get to studying. Are you someone who likes to do practice papers or make flashcards? Maybe you retain information when you watch a YouTube video, or you prefer reciting information out loud because it helps it to stick. These are all tells of what your learning style is. Your learning style can be broken down into 4 main types. There's seeing or hearing. Do you prefer absorbing information by reading or writing? Or are you a hands-on kinetic learner? Gotta love a good notebook. It's important to explore them as you won't necessarily be strictly one type of learner. Different subjects may require different learning styles. And if you need a hand with that search, here is a link to some resources to help find out how you learn best. So now you have your style, let's talk technique. Trust me, I've cracked it, and here are my top tips for technique: time, topic, and teach. Number 1, time. Managing your time efficiently and effectively is important, especially when there are multiple modules, topics, and subjects to cover. My advice is to have a plan, a strategy, where you break down your entire syllabus in advance and ensure every topic is covered. Maybe you like to start with the easier topics, or maybe you prefer to spend majority of your time tackling the harder ones. Be true to yourself and know how you work to ensure you allocate adequate time to cover everything. One of the things that works for me is using the structured app on my phone to plan my day and my week. And no worries if you don't have the app, a standard diary or calendar will work just fine. Use them to view your time you have until your exams and plan when you will cover each topic. Remember to incorporate breaks and include any other commitments that you may have. Here's my hack. Don't stress if you miss a timing on one day. Start over tomorrow, because you can do it. Number 2, topics. When planning your studies, one of my suggestions is to sync the topics you're revising with the topics that your teacher or lecturer is going over. That way, you are solidifying your knowledge and identifying your areas of weakness. And number 3, teach. Study in groups to cover more ground. Teach one another. Take in turns teaching the group the subject that you know best. Quiz each other and support each other throughout the process. So to recap, time. Manage it effectively and allow yourself enough time to study. Topic. Look at all the content that you need to cover and decide how you're going to spread it out. And number 3, check that you've understood the topic by teaching others. See what I did there? My name is T and those are your 3 T's. Mic drop. So, you've figured out your learning style and you have your technique down to a T. All that's left for you to do is to get motivated. Without motivation, everything else just won't work. Think of this like the last push, the last leg heading up to your exams. This is the time to knuckle down and focus on the goal. I know at this stage I can be freaking out, but confidence is always the key. Believe that you are more than able and the effort you put in will pay off. And your confidence comes from within, but it can also come from people around you. Surround yourself with people who are going to support and encourage you throughout this time. Do not hang out with people with negative energy, only with people who truly build you up. Motivation also looks like rewarding yourself. Treat yourself. I like a sweet treat. When it's all over, celebrate with your friends and always reward yourself in moderation. I often think put in 20 more minutes and then you can have a good old nap. Think about what you need to stay motivated. Is it a motivational screensaver, or cutting out distractions, or developing habits to help you focus? Whatever it is, dedicate this time to motivating yourself to do the best that you can. Lewis has a quick set titled Understanding the Impact of Your Habits. Highly recommended for you to watch. I love the term delayed gratification. It means to put in the work now to reap the rewards later in the future. Just think about how great you will feel knowing that you got the results that you worked so hard for. So to recap, my motivation tips are to believe in yourself, surround yourself with good people, and remember to reward yourself. This has been part 1, and check out part 2 with Koji Radical and part 3 with more tips.